day like this, many people will wonder about these scenes. Neither Ahriman, the corruption, nor Elika are found in the classic trilogy of Prince of Persia, but these scenes give a good impression what Prince of Persia is about. A prince, a princess, smooth animations, fights, crazy acrobatics, and developed in 1989 by Jordan Magner, Broderbund released Prince of Persia. The story hasn't changed much over the years. Its concept has traveled over to newer generations. A princess in distress, a young adventurer coming to the rescue. The vizier also has his appearance in the first and second Prince, before disappearing until the sands of times are released from the hourglass. He holds the princess captive and wants to force her into marrying him. He gives her 1 hour to make a decision. In this time the prince has to escape the prisons, find his sword and rescue the princess. Its first fame got Prince of Persia for having the smoothest animations for a character for that time. Using video of his brother as reference while climbing, running and jumping, Magna created smooth animations never seen before. But not the animations were what made it famous, it was this. Prince of Persia set the new world record for deaths per minute. Even today, generations of gamers desperately try to beat this game, and fail miserably. Another new thing for that time, an evil clone of the prince acting as counterpart, later became an innovation for Two Thrones. Also, health upgrades were scattered throughout the world and were protected as well as in Sands of Time. It takes 4 years for Prince of Persia 2, The Shadow and the Flame to hit the shelves. The story stays pretty much the same. Again, the prince has to rescue the princess after fleeing from the vizier, impersonating the prince and accusing the prince to be an impostor. But before telling too much, let's see what this game is about. As in its predecessor, the world is overflooded with dangerous threats and cheap deaths, more varied than before. The levels are now more detailed and complex, but animation and controls did a step back. The first looks wooden, the last is not as responsive as in part 1. The fights are identically to part 1, minus the fact that you can now fight multiple foes at the same time. A big leap forward made Prince of Persia 2 in AI though. Well, maybe not. The biggest innovation was the ability to turn into a shadow version of the prince if you have gathered enough health. It took another 6 years till the third iteration was released in 1999. It was called Prince of Persia 3D. And the most obvious change to part 1 and 2, 3D graphics. And guess what stays the same? Prince rescues princess. And guess who's making another appearance in this game? Unfortunately, the biggest obstacles in Prince of Persia 3D were not the traps, but rather the awful controls and the bad camera handling. Prince of Persia 3D was a death sentence for the series. It took 4 years for Ubisoft to buy its rights and make another game in the Prince of Persia universe in 2003 called The Sands of Time.